Welcome to Don's podcast. All right, we have Basil here with us, and then Don Barry.
Excuse me, it's Don's Garage podcast.
Or Don's Garage. What did I say? Don's
Just
podcast.
Don's podcast.
Oh yeah, Don's Garage. Whatever.
Yeah, let's get it right, or I'm not going to be here.
So it sounded like I was walking in the Iguana Mia with that music right there.
Hey, someone I know showed me the song.
Who was it?
She's a lady from another part of the world. We'll just leave it at that.
Oh, okay.
So here, the thing we got to talk about is the sauna. All right. Is it true that Basil has a ban from the sauna?
Yes, Basil's given a lifetime ban from the sauna.
And why is that?
For abuse. You know exactly why you got
Abuse?
your ass kicked out of there. You abused
I've
it.
never done anything
And
to
I
that
got
sauna.
cooperating evidence, too.
Why don't you pull the video up and show me the evidence that I've
All
done
right,
there?
all
Because
right.
you blame it on me. Everything that goes wrong, you always
Bro, it's
blame it
not
on
my
me.
fault you're out. It's your fault you're
Well,
out.
what did I do? Let's explain to everybody what I supposedly did.
Okay, you continued to accelerate the heat, even though I've told you not to do it.
Okay.
And you threw unlimited amounts of water on the rocks, took the top off the squirt bottles and threw that on there, and left them on the floor. And I fucking bruised my heel on one of the tops.
So
Yeah.
So I've been
hear
using
me?
this sauna since
For a long time,
2012.
but not no more. Not
And
no more.
I use this sauna since 2012. And
You did?
has any of this stuff ever happened before? Or could have been maybe someone else that was using it during the time that might have been, a close acquaintance of yours, but it gets blamed
Such
on
as
the
like
person that
Jose Manuel.
No, I never
Valdez?
said that. Jose, when you're watching this, I'm not putting this voodoo on you.
I know nothing about this. I have nothing.
Just so everybody knows, Jose Valdez, he was a wrestler for all three of us, a national champ, and he owns 2 homes in Mason City, Iowa.
He does. He has
That,
does
he,
indeed.
that he rents out to.
This is
to-
one of them.
To
This is
Don.
one of them. Yeah.
And
he
Tommy
lets us
Barry.
stay. And Tommy lets Tommy stay there too.
Yeah, he's
He's
isn't
so
he
cool.
such a nice kid.
Jose's just one of
Nice
those guys.
Nice young man.
It's
Yeah.
very nice of him.
Yeah.
So it should be Jose's podcast.
I'm grateful he gives me a place to stay. All right, so there's the background on him. So Don
Well,
won't.
let's go back to why he's kicked out of the sauna for sauna abuse, and you're not ever getting back in. So that's done. So you can move on to another subject.
Well, just to let everybody know, I always picked up after myself. I started bringing my own towels.
So
I
this
cleaned out the sauna after I was done with it. But anytime,
Bring my own towels. I've been your roommate on the road for like 10 years. I was.
Yeah. Are we talking about
Now,
those?
now
Are we
now
getting
you
into
keep
those
things
stories?
nice and neat. Now you keep things nice and neat.
hey,
Stop it, mister.
hey.
We can go. Donna didn't raise no chump.
Basil, be careful.
We're gonna drop the cord.
Watch out, Basil.
I know.
I call him Basil. Basil Minto. My brother. Spent a lot of time with old Bees.
I know. A lot of recruiting trips.
Yeah, so one time we're on a recruiting trip. We're in Virginia Beach. And yes, and I'm looking forward to it. Get away from my kids, get it just me and Basil in the room. Well, guess what happens? Basil brings his 2 brothers. So it goes from me and Basil to me and Basil and Christian and Christopher.
It was just one of them. Don't let him.
It was 2 bullshit, man. It was
No,
both
he
your
stayed
brothers.
with this kid with a club. The other one. It wasn't both of them. It was just
shit.
I'm not. Hey,
were
there's
both
gonna
there,
be children
Basil.
listening to this, Donnie. Stop.
Okay, all right, but I'm just saying.
This is
Yeah.
PG. We got to keep this PG.
Yeah. Hold on one second.
Hey.
Picking you guys up on like a side chat or sometimes. All right, we got to talk about recruiting trips, and then because as you saw earlier, we had to stop. They actually started getting too physical, so we had to stop the. But
Thank God for Basil that was stopped.
yeah, so that
Thank
was
God.
broke up by that. But all right, so there's some recruiting trips.
Well, in the capacity of our duties, we were required to live with each other on recruiting trips.
He always chose me over Steve Kelly for some reason. I don't know why.
I did indeed. Kelly doesn't sleep. Kelly just spins in many different directions, and
You said he purrs.
He purrs too. He purrs
When he sleeps,
and
he
snores.
purrs.
I mean, if you sleep with Kelly, you don't sleep.
Well, he's got the Jimmy leg.
You got Jimmy leg big time, so it spins the whole night.
I heard that they're gonna switch it to the Kelly leg now.
They should. I
How
mean,
much his leg bows out?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I hope that's not part of it. But yeah,
You know.
Old Steve Kelly's our head coach, man. He gave us room assignments, and
Yes, he did.
when you got with him, you were screwed because you weren't sleeping that night.
All right. All right. What about?
You know, he just spins.
Oh, I
Was
know.
his room cold? Was his room cold?
Oh, fuck that!
You're fine.
Yeah. And that's just
Oh,
one year
shit.
Kelly decides he wants it to be an iceberg in there. And I'm like, got all my coats on, all the shit. And then I just snapped. I go, why in the fuck am I doing this? I mean, not just said, hey, asshole. No, we're going to turn the heat on. You know? Kelly would never mess with me, you know?
No
Basil.
one ever messes with you.
All right.
No.
Well, and there wasn't. Speaking of you and Basil getting physical, I wasn't there, but there was rumor maybe of a beer can getting thrown at Basil.
Never during one of those.
No,
Not
that.
recruiting
trip.
trip
No,
at
that was on-
Virginia Beach.
Yeah, but I threw something else.
It was like soda can he threw at my head.
Oh yeah, soda can. A soda can. You're
Like
drinking a soda. My bad.
speakers,
I
headphones,
misremembered.
just anything that
Well, all right. We'll say the story. This is what happened. We were in Virginia Beach. Don has a thing for Pepsi, so we had some Pepsi in the room, and
Pepsi.
yeah, you had a Pepsi. We had Pepsi. Yeah, you wanted Pepsi.
I
soda or
do like.
No, he's
Diet
drinking a
Pepsi.
beer.
Yeah.
He's a 70-year-old man. He's drinking a beer. All right.
I didn't know if it was or not. I thought it was blue. It could have been Bush.
All right,
I thought
I
it was
don't
a Pepsi though.
Right.
All right. So something got thrown. I don't know why. I
All right,
can't get
so
figured out.
I walk out of the bathroom and he has one of his Crocs on the ground, and I trip over his Crocs and I fall onto his suitcase.
Yeah,
And
this-
if anyone knows Don,
Yeah.
he's very precise.
Yeah. This is
and he's
fucking
very
bullshit.
ADD. When
He
does.
watched me pack it for an hour, and then
he
destroyed
packs
it
like 3 days.
because I made fun of him earlier. And I hurt his feelings.
So
I hurt his feelings.
as
So then
soon as
he
we
did-
got
and
there,
then
he
I
started
did.
packing
I
again.
fucking snapped and I started throwing everything I had at you. And Jordan, okay, Cole Spree and Jordan Rose were in the room. Rose going like, Don, you're fucking crazy. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, good times.
Okay, so one time Basil and I are in Fort Dodge, and we're down there for
Was this recruiting or was it for the regionals?
one
or
of
districts?
the two. One
When
of
you
the
walked
two.
in the wrong room?
Yeah. Because I asked you, I go,
All right,
Basil, where's our
I don't
room?
mess around. This one is a lie, though. What he's talking about right now, he had this completely off. So
You say
I'll
it.
remember
Let
this.
Basil tell the story.
Yeah.
So
Let
we
Basil.
went out to eat, and Steve didn't want to go because I think maybe one of his kids were wrestling at some district meet, so he wanted to stay in. It was me and Don that went out.
Okay, but hang on. I gotta tell the story. So while we're out to eat, I run in to some girls that I had graduated from high school or around there, or whatever. We knew each other. They're asking me, so how's your day? Is everything, how's things going? I go, great, everything's good, but you know what? My wife may have cheated on me. And they're going, well, why would you say that? I go, I don't know. Some people don't think my son looks like me. And they were, what? I go, he's in the bathroom. He'll be out here in a little bit. Yeah. Mason walks out. And he's heard this shit before. So we stick our faces right beside each other and smile. And he goes, I got the same smile as my dad. But that night, we get back to the hotel. And I go, Basil, is this our room? He goes, yeah, that's our room.
Why don't you
So
tell him about the story when we went to the gas station when you said to the lady when
Okay. So I'm sitting next to Basil. I put my arm around him and said, I'm about to go home and get blackened. Yeah, she didn't like that very much.
Oh.
Anyway, so we get there and I go, just walking around the hotel, and I go, so is that our room? And he goes, yeah, that's our room. It wasn't our fucking room, but my door opened, my thing opened it. And then I was here, this lady going, Harold, there's someone in our room. And Basil's just, I go, oh, what the you fucker? And Basil's literally on the ground laughing in the hallway of a shitty ass hotel in Fort Dodge.
Super 8.
Yeah.
But that wasn't
Kelly loves Super 8.
the right story, but we'll
Just a
take
nice
it.
little all right, but Basil does care about Don. I remember the time that during the blizzard, he didn't have the patience to wait for the shuttle from the hotel, and we had to wait like 5 minutes at the most, and then you're like, I can't wait anymore. Oh my god! So then you went out the backside.
It was a bad Iowa blizzard.
I give Basil a lot of shit, but I love Basil. I love Basil. I'd do anything.
So
Loves
you
to
went out
blame everything on me though.
you would.
But I would do anything bad to him too that I could.
Yeah, you went out the back. Yeah, so we went out.
Finish your story.
So we went out the backside, and then he's literally just walking down the hall, and he can't hear. This is towards the beginning
Before
of
I got my
hearing
aids.
Or the nano ears. He had
yeah,
nano ears.
but this was when it wasn't horrible, but he had trouble at distance.
You ever fucking made fun of me because I was hard of hearing before?
No.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
He walks off in the blizzard.
he walks off in the blizzard, and then I'm trying to yell. The shuttle just had pulled up. He couldn't wait 2 minutes. The shuttle pulls up, and I'm like, fuck him. He has no patience. He needs to learn. So I just get on the shuttle, and you're like, I can't leave your dad. He could fall and get hurt. And I'm like, he has his phone. He can call if he needs help. And then I got on the shuttle, and then you ran after him, and then the shuttle went around, and I could see you and him just walking through the snow during a snowstorm.
Basil, listen, brother. You always have to. Yeah.
Oh, there's times where he's falling coming out of the shower.
Right,
Pick up an old naked Don off the ground. That never happened. But he has fallen in the shower.
No, yeah.
Tell him the technique how you fall in a shower.
Well, I try to just relax when I'm going. If you're going, you're going. But
Remember
cover
when-
my head as best I can.
Well, you said you tuck and you
I
roll.
tuck and I roll. Yeah.
do you remember the time?
Similar like if you catch on fire.
Do you remember the?
That makes sense.
Do you remember the time when you injured your shoulder with a leaf blower, and Basil was so mad at me? He's like, Tommy, you can't leave him alone. He'll fall.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't even the worst time. The worst time I've ever this is probably the dumbest thing I've ever seen you do in my life. Literally, I've seen you do some dumb
You've
stuff.
seen me do a lot of dumb.
Yeah.
All right, this is probably 2018. I'm walking up to the garage and I hear a motor going. All right, Don must be mowing the lawn, but I see a hose moving around from somewhere. I said, "Oh, okay." I see Don at the second story of the house with a pressure washer, one arm like this. Pressure, you know how a pressure washer has some kick when you kick it on? He has one arm on the ladder. He's kicking the pressure washer, going back like this. I said, "Get your ass down, Don. What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm power washing the house." Misting the side of the house. I'm like, "Don, get down. I will do this."
Yeah.
I forgot about that, Basil. I'm gonna let you back in the sauna.
No,
As
I
long
bought
as you
my own
behave.
one now.
Were you here
I
this?
forgot about it.
So I
'Cause
pressure
Basil
washed his
stayed
whole
for
house.
3 days.
His roof
Yeah, he
and
stayed for 3 days.
I power washed his fence too.
Everything.
Were you
Yes.
here the time you put the rat poisoning on the top of the
No.
bird feeders?
No, he wasn't.
You're a bird killer.
No, hold
I
on,
was-
he didn't.
I was just so fucking pissed off at chipmunks. I hate chipmunks, man. I mean, they look pretty and all that shit, but they eat all my bird food.
Julie's gonna watch it. She's gonna be pissed off. You shouldn't say that.
Right. Well, I don't mean it then.
But you did. You poisoned
Yeah, I do.
some
I
birds.
they
What if they were hummingbirds, Don?
I love hummingbirds.
I know you do. You must have killed an army of them.
No.
All right, so he goes to put the rat poisoning on, and he's like, "You fucking
It
chipmunks."
was Andy Thompson said, "Hey, do you realize what that's gonna do? That could blow around. That could go down. That could kill the chickens. That do this and that's fuck.
And then we're saying imagine
So-
if there's dead squirrels. Julie's gonna be mad at you.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Really
So
loves
then,
all things.
so then he goes out and he gets this ladder because he hears her coming, and she goes inside and he gets the ladder, and she goes inside and then he puts it up while she's inside, and he's taking off all the rat poison on top of the bird feeders. And then when he's doing that, he like gets it. The ladder goes out from under him, and he biffs it and he rolls, but he like pops back up. I thought he was gonna be hurt, and then
No,
the only thing that happened, he cut his leg. He cut his leg.
that's it.
And
Just
then-
a little bit.
And then he comes back out and he's like,
Just act like nothing's going on.
I know he's a squirrely bastard. You
And
can't,
then-
you can't keep him down.
but then Julie said, "Don, you cut your leg," and then just walked away. So I don't know if she saw him do it, but she like noticed. She's like, "You cut your leg," and then he did one of those downs, like, "Oh."
And she may know and not tell anyone, you know.
Or she has video.
Yeah, maybe she does. Speaking of video evidence, there is none of the sauna. This incident on the sauna.
You know,
I decided after, after thinking about the fact that Basil did power wash my whole house, that I'm gonna let him back in.
Oh, right. Hey,
Yeah, I'm back in. I'm negotiable. I'm gonna let you back in, Basil.
Oh my gosh.
this
I mean,
is
only when I say, and you have to obviously ask permission.
all right. Hey, all right. Make sure you bring your own towels because the dirty towels.
Yeah,
Dirty
'cause
towels.
you also use like 10, 15 towels and shit.
If you look behind, see, point back to your towel bin. See,
Yeah, I have to. I don't have I used to have like twice that many when Basil's coming here, but now that's all I need.
has he
all you need.
ever forgot to fill up the water bottles?
Fuck, he doesn't even think about filling up the water bottles. You kidding me?
Like I
Stuff
said,
like-
it must have been me.
Stuff like
you
that.
know,
Okay, right now you're back in, but I'm starting to get pissed off again.
you know, but between
You know,
all the
start
wrestlers
thinking
you've
about
known
that
that have
shit.
used that, the MMA fighters that have used it,
Yeah, a lot
people,
of you.
you know, maybe people that have stayed over with you that have used it, but you know, it goes straight towards me, and you know what? I accept that. I
Basil-
accept it for what it is.
Basil, do you
Glad you do.
Basil,
Glad
do you
do.
think if you had like better results, then maybe be like, I bet your little brother comes
No,
in.
Basil, you were flat ass
you-
busted.
I
You were
bet I-
flat ass busted abusing the
Hey,
sauna.
How was I flat busted?
Christopher.
Because
could-
I knew you did. You lied your way out of it. Then I
How?
got cooperating
How?
evidence.
No, hey, in
From who?
in the hierarchy of who it's how good you are at wrestling, the more you get away with it. I
Yeah.
have no accolades. I have like
but
a razor.
your blood though, your blood, so you
I
get away
know.
with murder.
I know, but it's like a like,
Basil's the only
your
guy
brother
in the room
comes
that's
here?
won a match
No.
in an NCAA.
I know,
D1
but his
tournament.
brother comes here, All American. He could take a pee in there and you'd be all. I don't know. He's not a national champ, but All American. He could leave towels and empty water bottles.
Christopher
Yeah.
or Christian for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
They're, well, Christopher for sure.
He gets a little more
Dude
leeway.
got fourth in the nation.
Yeah, so he's gonna get a little
He's
more.
washed all my windows and he's been my roommate.
I
Yeah.
know he likes to work the Minto family.
His brother washed my windows when he was like 7th grade. It was
we'll get to that later,
just this
Johnny.
cute little shit, man.
There's a guy here. There's some guys in the background. There's John and Dave in the background. I've been trying to shush them earlier, so if you see me waving my arms and stuff, that's what I was doing. I probably look really OCD, but yeah, those guys are in the
Wonder what
background.
that's like, but it's okay.
What's
What?
that like?
You
to
always
be
look
OCD?
OCD.
I
but you're
wonder where I
okay.
get it from.
I don't know. She'd add a little ADHD in there too.
Oh god.
Get a lot done in a day.
No, yeah.
Yeah, a lot done. How hummingbird feeders? When are they back yet? Have you had the migration?
I have six hummingbird feeders out there. I thought I saw a hummingbird last night.
It's kind of
But I
still
mean-
early.
None yet.
I have not seen one.
It's early still.
No, they should be here.
Oh,
I
if
thought
they
it's a little bit later
In my
on.
mind,
in your
according to my
mind, or
stuff.
actually.
Well, no. May 1st, you have your hummingbird feeders out, and I had
Uh-oh.
mine out a week early.
there's been no hummingbirds.
No,
'Cause
yeah,
I remember
think I've
later
seen
on
one.
after Memorial Day, because I remember during the parades and stuff. That's when it's crazy.
The hummingbirds are coming through now, right now.
It's probably still a little early though.
No,
You're probably right, but it's still.
It's early. You bet.
It's early.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, so yeah, hummingbirds. What other chores do you do that keeps you pretty busy? Your hummingbird feeders.
I have other bird feeders, and I work out a lot.
Oh yeah, you were.
Show them the muscles. Show flex for them.
Yeah,
Show the people at home. Show the viewers at home.
We
No,
want to
it's
see.
fine.
We want to see those muscles.
Yeah, yeah.
Push Basil around. Push him around. Don't let him bully you. Don't let Basil bully
You're
you.
not gonna bully me.
No, you did 3 Tin Mans, man. You don't mess with that guy.
And you
know?
will freak out at Basil. You have kicked him out of here before.
Not me.
me,
That
I
was
have.
Anderley, not me. I've never been like
No,
kicked out of
Austin
the garage.
Anderley's been kicked out here more than once.
No, I haven't been kicked out.
No, I get messages sometimes.
No, you haven't.
No,
You've never
you
been
haven't
kicked
been
out.
messing with him as much lately, but he'll call me like, Basil just came over here and messed with me. He was naughty today. Basil not. One
Well,
time
hopefully you guys are realizing I'm getting old and I don't like being fucked with all the time no more.
you called his mom one time.
I did.
You
Hey,
called.
do you not
I
mess
called
with me
Donna.
too?
I
What's
called
the last?
Donna Minto herself.
What's the last text you sent me today, huh? Why don't you read that text and see who messes with who?
All right, we can't say the text.
I know we can't say the text. It was out there.
It was inappropriate.
Basil.
It was just a question for Basil.
That it was. No, I ain't shaking your hand after that. Yeah, that's
Basil,
all
I
right.
can just hit the button and a bunch, and that's what it sounded like.
All right.
You gonna leave me hanging?
Oh man.
All right. So we got that result. Basil's on he's on probationary status with the sauna.
Yes.
All right, we'll give him like one. You'll give him an inspection
Yes,
the next morning.
I forgot about how much work he actually did when I.
He loves you too. Hey, when you would,
we
all
love
right,
each other.
all right. Hey,
We
state
do.
tournament of wrestling.
Yep.
I would go meet you guys when I lived down in Des Moines. I go meet you downtown, and Basil would be there like like security. You'd just be doing your Don thing. It's late. You maybe had a few sarsaparillas, and you're there, and Basil's just like sitting there, arms crossed. One time, I walked in, it's like you had like security, and he's all worried about you, and then he like chaperones you home.
Right.
So you know how
He got practiced up in Virginia Beach over 10
Oh,
years or
yeah.
so.
So you know how like babies have like the carriers where they carry him in the front. I got one.
You
Dog
should.
that hangs out in the back. It's just him just out laying out.
When
passed
he's
out.
older, we have to take him to like wrestling tournaments, and we just give you like a baby pack for him. We'll
I
just
know.
load him up.
Just have hot
Oh,
dogs
no.
lined like ammunition in the double
man.
beer can cap.
Yeah. I love hot dogs too.
Oh,
Oh,
I know
man,
you do.
last night,
I'll tell you what.
No, on
Thursday
Thursday
hot
night.
dogs.
Thursday
Speaking
night at the junior high and middle school track meet here at Mesa City, my granddaughter,
Mhm.
Waverly Shellrock, she ran the
What events?
4x800 and the
Ooh.
open 400. And but the River Dog was there.
Oh, the River Dog.
That River Dog is fucking good. That's the best hot dog I've had almost anywhere.
the river dog, yeah.
The River Dog. It's like a big ass hot dog with a bunch of chili, cheese. It's really, really good. I recommend though when people get a River Dog, they bring their own silverware, like portable silverware, a fork, and a knife.
You do that, don't you?
Yes.
You prep.
Damn right.
Where do you keep your forks, spoons, and knives? You keep them in your car? Or?
No, I keep them in my pocket.
In your
Shit.
pocket, okay.
Yeah, otherwise I'm not gonna have access to them. I
Right.
want my River Dog.
Hey, it's about the River Dog, baby.
It is about the river dog.
Right. Well, anyway, it's a good dog.
You do
What
love
happened to
hot
the
dogs.
Mohawk dog?
I love hot
No, we're not talking about the name change of the fucking school.
Hey, knock it off.
No,
I don't know anything about. I thought it was the Mohawk dog at one point.
I don't
No,
even think
it's
they
a
had
river
it
dog.
then.
Oh, okay.
Or they just
I'm-
called it a hot dog back then.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's before they changed it legally.
But all right, so for a background, they changed the name of the school mascot. It was a big ordeal. I just do not want to talk about it, and Basil wants to bring it up.
No,
God
okay.
damn it, Basil. All right. Anyways, all
All right, it's a perfect little break. I gotta run to the restroom real quick.
right. I'm just gonna keep here. I'll pause this. Boom. All right, back to the thing. All right, what are we gonna talk about now? All right, anything Basil done lately to make you upset?
No, he's been good.
It's been good. You've been treating him good.
I mean, I
Yeah.
do my best, but I mean, he still sends me those random text messages that are a little alarming.
He
Um,
does sometimes.
Tell him about the booze day. He has the what? How does it Monday? It goes Monday, Tuesday. What is it? How does it go? Explain this.
Monday, it goes Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, booze day, Thursday, Friday, booze day.
And then
So today's a booze day.
Yes.
it is. It's good. It's a good day.
Yes.
It has a couple boozes in them.
Yeah.
So Tommy, tell me how much. What's a good way of putting this lightly for
Oh,
Mr. Barry?
We're good. Let's move on. I don't even know what you're getting at.
No, I'm not getting anything like that. I'm getting on it. So, how much more do you like him during the booze days compared to the other days?
He's a little more tolerable on the booze days. As someone who doesn't drink anymore, because I was like pants
I
pissing.
do drink.
I was like
yeah,
pants.
you don't drink.
I
Yeah.
was pants pissing like myself to like drinking and stuff, and I haven't drank for years. I do support when he does drink. I know that sounds kind of like ass backwards, but I'm a big supporter of when he boozes.
Thank you, Tommy. I appreciate my booze days.
Johnny gets hurt by the booze every Wednesday and Saturday. But you're all right. You're just full of anxiety, especially on Tuesday. Actually, hanging out with you on Tuesday is awesome because you're so on edge.
I wouldn't call it anxiety.
On Tuesday, the day before booze day, you are like, all right, you go talk to you. You'll like come into a room and you're
I
like,
have my.
this is how your head will spin. You'll be this way and you'll be, hello?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
I have my things. Yes.
And
I
it's
have
like
my
it's
things
6
set up.
it's like 6 o'clock and you're like, I'm going to bed pretty soon.
Right.
Tomorrow's booze day.
What time do you go to bed on a Tuesday night?
On a Tuesday night, 7:15.
7:15
But I don't actually go to sleep till 8.
till 8.
Yeah.
All right.
I've started reading.
Start reading.
Yes.
How rough is retired life? God, it must be so rough on you.
It is.
Well, last week I had a lot of appointments.
You did.
No.
Yes,
You
I
did
had
a lot.
very busy week. I got in from Florida on Sunday, and then Monday I had appointments, and I'm not used to that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. All right. Basil, we got any good freak out stories from him? Oh, no, I know.
Oh goodness, what do we?
I got the best one.
I have a real good freak out
No,
story
I
for
got
Basil.
a good.
Hunter Luke.
Oh yeah, That's
Okay.
what I was going to.
I'll
right
just
there.
say Hunter.
Yeah. Hunter Luke's.
What was his nickname?
I can't.
His name was Jesus.
Jesus.
You know,
Yes.
remember why?
That guy was. I mean, I've been around a lot of different people in my life, and he's up there. He is up there.
I remember he made the
Kid from Illinois.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Crazy.
eye with
41
chills.
founder.
He made the Snapchat eye with chills. He caught a
Badass
baby deer.
rider.
He caught a baby deer.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And it was
All right.
like a video of it. He literally caught a baby deer. I don't know how the heck he did it. No, it was like a teenage one. He somehow hopped out of a cornfield, caught it, and wrestled it down. He's 133. Was he 33 or 41?
141.
41 pounder.
And
All right. So back to the story. He had trouble making weight. Sometimes he wasn't always the most focused. We'll just leave it there.
So
He
we
wasn't
might as
the
well
most
start the
focused.
whole story. So we were hosting regionals, and he got there. Like, I'm a coach. I get there pretty early. He got there. He was there before me, and he was just sitting down on the track, chilling, not doing nothing. I'm like, oh, cool, Hunter. You know, he's down on weight, whatever. I go down the room. Don's starting to get soup ready. I'm going down to the wrestlers, see how all the wrestlers are. All right, now we can go from the story from here, because it was like hearing this 2 minutes before weigh-ins.
Yeah, he was
about
like,
broke me.
so Hunter tells you that he's over, right?
210s.
210s. Now, what's your heart rate at right now? Just a million?
Mine?
Yeah, you are. You look mad right
I'm
now. You
fucking freaking. Motherfucker, you had how long to make weight? You had how long to put your fucking ass on a scale? You didn't fucking do it. You kidding me? And now it's my problem.
Yes, your problem.
Well, it's his.
What
problem.
about you?
Basil.
What about you?
Yeah.
No, Dad. What about you?
Well, I had to sit there and freak
Right.
out. And then I didn't know if he meet because it's one of the hardest things on earth to do as a junior college wrestling coach is to put 10 wrestlers on a line at your district tournament. That's
Mhm.
fucking hard to do.
You gotta get 10 crazy dudes in order. Maybe
They're
a couple.
all-
Maybe there's
all
a
of them are
couple.
nuts.
There's a
Really would
couple.
be.
There might be a couple some years that aren't.
Right.
aren't
Oh
wild
yeah, you
guys.
get a kill.
And you'll meet
Luthans
some
or
of them later. I think we plan on having a
dark
guy
horse
named after a
Luthans, but
Cadillac.
yeah,
on
a
here.
whole Truax. But yeah, it's been about it. 3 Minnesota kids that I can remember.
I don't know.
That were normal.
Say their first names. Maybe they don't want to be associated with this.
All right, so let's
Say
finish the
first
story.
Name's Donnie.
I can't remember their first name.
So 2 tenths over.
Dark
5
horse.
minutes before weigh-ins. It was me and you down in the wrestling room. Go.
He walks in. Basil goes, I go, did he make it? And he goes,
No. Beforehand.
You had to make him run a bunch, right?
So,
Oh, yeah.
So Don's thing was he would have them.
I cut the strap off his underwear.
He'd get underwear.
I have the
He'd
underwear
start
strap.
cutting the bands and all the straps off underwear. So you're sitting there holding up underwear to make them lighter. Pretty much putting patches in the butt cheeks.
I mean, it's an eighth. You take out. I take your underwear and cut the strap off.
The
top.
thinnest underwear. Yeah, so way less.
Right.
So he cuts it
I still
off.
have the strap.
So he cuts it off.
Don's always strapped.
All right. So he cuts it off. And then he gets it on. I think he runs a little bit before that. And then, all right, we got to move forward. So then he goes to make weight. And Don's not around. And he makes weight barely.
I'm still in there.
in the area he's working out.
In the wrestling room. That's where I made my
Yeah, he was down in the
meal.
restroom making
and
the soup.
he makes soup. And we'll get to
Basil
a
goes
soup
up
story
with him.
later.
Yep.
So Basil goes up to Don, and what do you tell? And,
Basil walked in the room, and I go, did he make it?
And the kid made weight.
Basil goes
The
like,
kid
no.
made weight, too. So the kid made
shook his
weight.
head down
Barely.
and
Right
no.
on.
So
He made weight.
Basil tells Don that he doesn't make weight,
Right.
and then what happens? What do you do? What's your reaction?
And he starts walking me down, looking like he gets thicker, like an Arnold pose or something. And his arms are going like down like this, and he's walking me down, and spit's coming out of his eye, spit's coming out of his mouth, and I'm like, Don, like, I'm just kidding. He made weight. And
No,
then, motherfucker. Why you do that shit to me, Basil?
and then both Tommy and Kelly were like, hey, you can't do that.
I
to him.
wasn't there. You called me and apologized, and I was like, "Why would you think that's okay? You could have killed him.
Yeah, dumbass.
You could have fucking basically committed murder on Don through like weight cut lie measures.
I'm
Like,
not a young
stopped his
man.
heart.
At least he wasn't walking back in a blizzard.
I think you got that call one time at Nationals during the review because I think it was a iffy one in Beyonce's match. And there was like an iffy call and they went to review. And I think the refs ended up just awarding no points because it would have gave you a heart attack. Because they're like reviewing you up on like the mat and you're just like...
The some trainers came up to me. Said, we think you're gonna, have a heart attack. You need to settle down a little bit.
Yeah, trainers.
Shocking that Yancy Mahias would make someone nervous.
do you remember at the Iowa Lakes dual meet where at Iowa Lakes they have the spotlight and they turn it completely pitch black in there and they have these random cords put in places. And I'm watching Don all of a sudden he just falls straight forward and pops right back up.
It was right by the
Always
scoring. It's right by the scorer's bench.
Always.
And so I was going up there to check who the guy was out there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'd always go do that, make sure it's not, who it is. And sure enough, wham, broke my glasses. They bent in my face, and I'm trying to bend them back enough to see.
No, I think he was unblemished.
He got a black eye.
I did. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, hey, all right, but another story. The soup. Remember the incident, the soup spilling incident.
When this fucker spilled, when I'm carrying the soup back and he spilled.
All right, let me lay out this story. So Don makes soup. So the kids weigh
Well, he
in.
grinds the grains and wakes up and kills the chicken.
Yeah.
In the morning. The hardest part is canning it in a Campbell's can.
It's
hardest
super
part.
hard. I mean, killing the chicken, it is what it is, and but you're getting ready for the soup.
So he makes the kids weigh in. He makes the soup, and he's very OCD, and he's nervous about weigh-ins. So the way he deals with the nervousness from the weigh-ins is he focuses on the soup. You really focus on the soup.
I do.
So he gets done making the soup.
I make the best chicken noodle soup
from a Campbell's
human being.
soup can.
This side of the Mississippi River.
Yeah.
All right, so
It's the way you do it.
Yeah, it's the love. It's the insane
Agreed.
intensity.
Yeah.
Like an intensity that maybe only like a band's brother could make
I
soup
talk
with.
to the soup.
Or
I talk to the soup.
our brain surgeon, I think.
Yeah, brain
Yeah,
surgeon.
yeah.
Like a real high
I have
level.
a degree in psychology.
I know you do.
All right,
It's
so,
very similar.
so he makes this soup. He makes the soup. He passes off to the kids. There's not enough in the bowls, and he's like trying to pass it. I'm like, you guys want some soup? And he's like, it's getting pretty full. No one wants, the coaches want soup, none of the kids want more. So he like fills the remaining soup out of like the whatever he cooked it in. And then he's like taking the soup out of like where the locker room is, and it's on a lower level, and he has to go up above. So he's walking with the soup, it's really full, and no one's paying attention to you, and you drop like one little bit of it, and you scream, fuck! And then
why wouldn't I?
Okay.
I mean, that's a blemish on what I'm
and
trying
then
to do.
like a shark smelling blood in the water, me, Basil, and
Basil.
Steve, just like, our heads
I
fit, and we
remember.
start like
I
swimming
remember.
towards you.
remember.
Start swimming towards you.
Yeah. No, I know.
And then
I know.
and Basil right away
Still not happy about it.
Basil
but I
gets
know.
behind you.
I know how you guys are.
Basil gets behind you and starts shaking you a little bit and tries
little bit?
saying he's
A little
helping
bit?
you with the soup.
Right.
And you're Basil's spilling more, and you're just like, fuck you, Basil, you motherfucker! Basil, you motherfucker! And you're spilling the soup.
was so funny.
And then Steve's yelling from the background at you. Don, quit spilling the soup. Why are you spilling the soup?
Oh.
And you're like, I'm not just motherfucker who's doing it.
Oh,
And
the
then,
abuse I took.
and then I'm like, I go
Abuse
outside to
took
hold the
for
door.
For so little money.
I was laughing too hard. I was laughing too hard to take a video.
Oh.
And then you walk up the stairs and you're so pissed, and then like Steve and all the kids are like laughing really hard, and then they're trying to like ask you about stuff. And then hold on one second. Hey, picking you up in the background. Shh. Jesus. So
We've got quite a crowd in here tonight for the live audience.
as you watch most of
You
your
know-
famous podcasts, they usually have two drunk guys in the back fucking talking super loud.
Hey,
You
don't be
guys-
saying that
You
stuff
guys
about my
remember
friends.
that on the Joe Rogan podcast where he brings in random dudes from North Iowa? No, I'm
You
just
do have a
winging it.
radio
Keep it down.
voice. You have a really good
You
radio
do.
voice.
All right. So, so back to Don goes up, spills the soup. Everybody's laughing. You are just so furious.
Yes. And who was I furious at?
Who are you furious?
One Basil Minto.
All right. So
Easy.
yeah. God damn it, you two. Go outside.
Don, how did you come up with the name Basil?
I'm actually not sure.
No, it was that shirt. It was that shirt.
No, really, it was just, I can't think of any form of reason behind it.
The names you give me, because you called me a lot of different
I have-
derogatory names over the
No,
years.
never anything derogatory.
Oh, I beg to differ.
Basil, don't even say that kind of shit. Then,
Don, you
no,
you put us
motherfucker,
Minto
don't even
boys to
go
work.
there. 'Cause you know I would not do that, and you know
Donnie.
it fucking pisses me off when
Donnie.
you insinuate that I might do that.
Donnie, I didn't say anything.
Not the village I was raised in. We don't do that.
Hey. And we are back. All right. So next thing. Basil moving the trash cans. He hasn't done that lately.
I haven't messed with Don since I bought a house. I've just been.
Hey, will
Kinda.
you actually turn something around?
No, don't.
Just the cooler. Just get
Well,
up and turn the
Don-
cooler around.
Don, I'll put it to you this way: there's something in this garage that you haven't noticed for years that I
I
mess
can't.
with.
I'm running out of
You're running out of gas.
Yeah.
All right, we got Don's got a little bit. Basil, just go turn one of the things around
All
quick.
right, I'll do it.
No,
Well, I just
no.
wanted to say before I do that.
All right,
there's something
Don's
I'm-
done. He came out too late. Don, just get out of camera. Me and Basil keep talking.
There's something I did in this garage that Don doesn't even notice.
You don't even notice. There's one thing moved. You don't even
I
notice.
moved it years ago, and it's so obvious, but he hasn't.
there.
Nope.
All
and
right,
you
me and
never
Basil are
noticed
going to
it.
keep
Hey,
talking.
Don, while you do that, why don't you check to see if the DoorDash is here?
All right. Don, you're out. Me and Basil are going to talk.
Okay.
All right, Basil. I think we should move that cooler. I'd turn that one around.
I thought about turning the Bud Light sign around.
We need the light from it. Something high. Oh, that Ankeny sign. Turn that around.
Yeah, I'll definitely turn the Ankeny one around.
All right, turn that around. He'll notice it later. All right, now it's quiet. We kicked out the other old guys. It's just a young guy. God, you know what's going to happen, Basil, now? I'm going to go watch the video, and then I'm gonna be like, then see me compared to you, and this might be motivation to start working out.
Let's not do that.
This is be motivation to start working out. I'll be like, my God, I look bad. You want? Hold on. Let me hold this. Move that around. Oh yes. All right. I think that. Anything else you think? Oh, the Mohawk statue. Are you gonna? Yeah, let's get the Mohawk statue. That should be good. And then, yeah. He's off camera right now. Oh, fuck! He dropped something. Don't worry about it. It's a pin. All right, yeah, just slightly. All right, Basil, come back. We rearranged some stuff. We might pan the camera later if I remember to. All right, Don stayed out too late. He was supposed to come back by 6. He didn't show up till 7, and he's nearly, I don't know, he's an old man.
Donnie does what Donnie wants.
Yeah, so we're just trying to fill time right now. I don't know. It's probably people are getting real annoyed by us.
They get annoyed, they can tune off.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna get some crazy people on here. So I got DeVille lined up.
Oh,
DeVille's coming.
dentist.
Yes, we're not. I don't. Yeah, I guess they can use people's last name. I'm sorry.
You can just edit it out.
Yeah. All right. Donnie's off camera now. We got the boomer section in the back. Dave, you're not a boomer, right? No, you're. Yeah, I think you're all a boomer. All right, Don's coming back.
He needs to check his phone for that. Yeah, it's on Don. DoorDash is on your phone, dude.
You got a DoorDash coming. Remember the DoorDash?
Yes.
Here.
Still.
Let me get it. I'll do it. You talk, Don. If you're talking, you're talking.
All right, get in there, talk.
So I have DoorDashed.
Yeah, we got you DoorDash.
Right. And,
Come on, put
but
your
I
code
have
in.
yet to actually order from it, but I get it all the time because I have my friends do it for me.
Should we call Jalen? He doesn't answer anymore. We can call
Jalen
Jalen.
Smith does a great job.
I usually call him and say, will you come
Right.
over to do Don's DoorDash? Because the thing he does, he goes out on Saturday nights. He goes to his bar. He's the people's champion of Mason City. Everybody knows him. Everybody.
Jalen?
No, you.
Oh, me?
So, yeah. And then you come back. You want
Yeah, it's
food.
here.
I call. All right. It's
It's
here. All right. All right. Basil's going to get it. Thank you, Basil. You want me to? You stay and talk to Don.
No.
All right. All right, Don. What do you got on your mind? You get a good workout in today?
I did.
What'd you do?
Actually, I'm done now.
You're done? He came back and he's done again. Came back. All right. I think Don made round 2. He made round 2. Yep, Basil is gone, but I'm just gonna keep it recording. Wait for him to come back. All right, here, we'll let one of the guys that was in the background. All right, go on that one, John. Or go here. Go here. All right, John, this is one of the guys in the background, John. That's been talking.
The interruption.
And Basil during one of the breaks said he was egging them on because he knew it was getting me pissed off, and I'm probably getting very antsy. So yes, Basil messes with people. Oh my, look at that
the
pizza.
boy.
All right, the
Pizza
pizza
boy.
just came. DB, maybe if he gets some pizza in him, he'd be able to return. He's a 70-year-old man. This is a little
Johnny's
much.
licking his chops. So
70-year-old man. This is a lot for him. So yeah, Basil, are you gonna come back over here?
Thank you, Basil.
You coming back over here, Basil? But
wow, look
make
at
Don
the
get
size of
make
that.
Don get the pizza in front.
Like a piano.
Make Don get the
case.
pizza in front.
Wow.
You only can get the pizza
my
in front
God.
of the camera. You only can get the pizza in front of the camera. So Basil, make him get up.
Look at old Davey go to the truck.
Take a bite of his pizza. Watch out for the cord.
Hey, look out.
Move.
Come on.
All right, move him now.
Come on now, boy.
All right, fill more time, I maybe get a half an hour, 40 minutes out of this. We get Basil to return. I really want to annoy people with this too. So get people to talk shit about me in the comments. So people, I have Crocs on. You can make fun of me about. You can make fun of me about the difference in appearance. You know, the body composition. Maybe BMIs are different between one of the guests. Maybe one of the guests. Maybe all I'm saying. This is up for the people to judge, Basil. This is for the people to judge.
You're dating a beautiful woman.
Hey,
I'm still single like a Pringle.
Hey. Hold on. I got your volume down. Sorry, Basil wasn't picked up. Is that pizza delicious?
I think it's the best pizza I've ever had.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the people on the show, Don's showing off his Crocs in the background, so maybe he gets a couple more pizzas in him, he'll be ready to roll.
These are called alligators.
Oh, they're alligators?
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Basil, talk about Florida. Talk about your upbringing in Florida.
Well, what do you want to know about it?
All right. Here. I'm gonna say we got to let you know about Basil. All right, I've known Basil. What year did you come to Mason City?
Steve recruited me, I want to say in 2012. It was 2011-12. That was my freshman year.
All right, I remember. I was helping then. I just didn't that much. I think I helped a little bit, but it was the beginning of preseason, and I asked Steve who was good, and he pointed to a guy in the back, and it was like a young, just wide-eyed Florida kid, like just looking like where the fuck am I? Like just going from Cape Coral, the canals to cornfields, Iowa. He's like that kid right there. And then I've known you since then. That was years ago.
Oh yeah, I was.
And then coach together. Spent a lot of time. Coach your brother. And I had my favorite Minto. It's been my favorite Minto.
You haven't coached your favorite Minto.
I haven't. But I coached Christian, and I had my favorite Minto.
Yes.
I have Coach Christian. I have my favorite Minto, the little brother. But yeah, so Basil, you were originally from the Bronx.
Bronx, New York. Yes, sir.
Yes.
One of 11.
Moved to Iowa when you
graduated.
Graduated 18. Then moved to Florida when you were like 2.
Yeah, I moved to Florida when I was like 2. Yeah.
So most of his years, is upbringing, the molding of him is from Florida.
Cape Coral, Florida.
And I have to admit, I would give him some crap about Florida. But Wawa's, I do like their sandwiches.
Oh my gosh, Wawa is freaking delicious. Oh
yeah,
we got a close second. We got Casey's and Quick Star. They're a close second.
Oh, Casey's Pizza. I mean, for gas station pizza, it's good.
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna say it's like the best pizza.
I've never had better gas station pizza though.
Yeah. So So Basil, what was it like in Florida? Your childhood.
Speaking of Crocs and alligators, we lived on a canal, and people, if there's anyone from Florida that's ever been to Cape Coral, Cape Coral there's canals everywhere. And I remember this because it was for about a week. My dad caught, I want to say an alligator about this big, and he put it in a dog kennel. And we kept this alligator for probably about, I want to say a week and a half. We kept it. We fed it like hot dogs, and I thought it was the coolest thing because it's, we had a baby alligator, and it wasn't a baby. It was like, it's still a baby about this big. But it was actually in our sandbox that was in the backyard, and my mom thought it was one of our toys, so she went to go pick it up and screamed. And the sandbox was right outside my window. And that's when my dad caught it with like a doggy kennel, and we kept it for about like a week and a half.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Oh, it was pretty cool because this was like Cape Coral before anyone moved out there.
So
it
was just like
fields.
you were on the canal. They hadn't built a bunch of the houses.
Yeah, it was. Cape Coral was awesome back then.
And then you were just running around barefoot. I've always heard that story, being tough, running around barefoot.
Oh,
in Florida.
that's why I used to be so fast. I used to have. Knows what sand spurs are? Sand spurs would they wouldn't even penetrate my feet. My feet were so hard.
Yes, you're just taking off.
Play barefoot out in the streets for hours, till your feet started getting soft. Oh, yeah, good times.
Oh yeah, Florida people.
A lot like Mason City, Iowa. I'd say.
Yeah,
temperatures around the
same.
There
are Florida man stuff you do. But the Iowa thing, you love trucks, big trucks. Florida, Iowa, those things go together.
I grew up in moving people out of semis, and my dad had trucks, so it's
Mhm.
like, yeah, I've been in
Had
trucks my whole life.
Had cars.
Vans, we had minivans.
Wait, what went in reverse?
Oh,
You have to tell that story.
so both of our cars broke down. This is like again when I was a kid. I wasn't in school yet, and I think something got broken in the transmission in I think it was our Pontiac we had. It was I can't remember. It was the one that had like a snub nose that goes like this, like an arrowhead, and the car wouldn't drive forward. So my dad realized the car can drive backwards. And so for, I want to say like 2 weeks, maybe 2 months. I think it's a little bit exaggeratory, but he drove in reverse everywhere he needed to go. So the grocery store, I remember we picked up my sister around the little school loop in reverse. And the crazy thing, when my dad did things, no one ever noticed him doing things until he got older. He would do things and like, it was like he drove all the way to Publix's, gas stations in reverse, would fill it up in reverse. And I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. I was like 4 years old. I'm like, Dad, go faster. He's like, I can't. And that's when I realized cars don't go over 25 miles an hour. It's either 25 or 35, either or.
Just if you're looking like the opposite way.
Yeah, and the crazy, he was a better driver going in reverse than he was forward.
Just be cruising.
Yeah, like he was dead center, going reverse. Yeah, he was a way better driver going in reverse than forward, which is oddly crazy, but such is life.
So Basil has some Florida man to him.
I mean, yeah, everybody,
You got some
you gotta
Florida
have
man.
a little bit of.
I mean,
Florida
I
man,
got
too.
like Iowa hillbilly to me. I've had a chew in for half of this. You know what I mean? I got some Iowa hillbilly.
You do got some
Even
Iowa
though I'm from a
hillbilly.
town of like 20 or so. If people ever watch this not from Iowa, so like 27 is like the town has like 27,000 people. So in Iowa, that's like considered, like I'm a city kid.
Oh,
Town of 27,000.
Like that's big city living. I mean, Mason City, they got a Walmart, Target, TJ Maxx, 2 Starbucks, now a Chick-fil-A. I mean, we're moving on up.
All right, Johnny. All right, you like to go to Florida.
I do.
Talk about Florida. You got routines in Florida, like you have workout routines and things you stick to.
Yes.
All right, so what is tell us about your workout routines.
Well, basically, I get up, and when the little guy, when Adam gets up, then it's, you do stuff around him. But when he takes his nap, then I have my own workout area in the garage. I have an airdyne out there, kettlebells, some dumbbells, bands.
Right in the Florida heat. Is there anybody else in their neighborhood riding an Airdyne with the garage door open
Yeah,
in the
I'm the
summers
only
in
one
Florida?
that I've ever seen.
You're the only one that does that?
And initially, they thought I was strange.
They thought you were strange.
Yeah, right. But now they've come to know me, and they like me. I like them.
I
They're
think
super nice.
I think they do like you, but I don't think you're strange anymore. I think they like you, but they still probably think you're strange.
Well, that very well could be. But anyway, and once I get that in, then I'm ready for whatever.
Sometime someday it'll be the three of us. We're gonna go eat. We'll go to Wawa's together for lunch.
Right. You
Time and
always
place.
talk about Wawa.
Have you been to a
love
Wawa yet?
it. Oh yeah.
Oh, so what do
We
you
could
get
just-
when you go there?
Yeah.
You get the strawberry shake. Ooh.
Actually, I lied.
You've never been to a Wawa?
No. And I always tell my Uber drivers on the way by, I go, my buddy in Mason City swears by these things. Like, God.
When you go there, you want to at least get a strawberry shake. Oh my gosh, the
Okay.
best strawberry shakes you'll. And I know you're a shake person.
Right. I love milkshakes.
Oh yeah, they got the milkshakes that'll bring the boys to the yard.
I eat them at night before I go to sleep.
I know you do, especially not on
I
booze
get them. I
nights.
freeze them for half an hour, then I eat them.
Spoon or
I drink them.
You
no,
drink-
No,
yeah.
I try to. I like it when your straw just sticks.
jeez,
They're not-
How do you get it up through the straw then?
Well, it takes a while. Don't be looking at me that way.
No, okay.
Rumor has it you can
No.
start a Harley.
Hey, he started this shit, man.
Yeah. It's just,
He can edit it. It's cool.
It's fine. We ain't editing that. So food is never hot enough for him. Like if it's supposed to be hot food, so like my mom on Sundays will get like McDonald's and like from the drive to like McDonald's, not that far to the house. He then gets to like his egg McMuffin and then like fries it in the microwave so it's like piping hot. And then anything that's cold isn't cold enough. So like he gets like when the shake, it's like, oh, it's not cold enough. So yes, how long do you put in the freezer for?
I like 45 minutes. I like extremes on all
Yeah.
things.
So
I know you do.
Yeah.
it's the same thing with your hunger. You're either starved or stuffed. I've never
Right.
heard you say you're hungry.
Right.
I agree with that.
All right. Hold on, John. What did you say? Say that into the mic. What's going on? Hold on.
I think audio has run its course.
What do you
Or
mean?
Video has run its course.
It's done? All right.
All right.
We are done then.